And Gestalt Therapy is a therapy that's done in the present moment, and it's about people's emotions. Less about what you're thinking and more about how you're feeling and what you do with those emotions. And for most people, they hang on to them. They don't bother with them. They keep them hidden away. But they may be hidden, but it doesn't mean that they don't affect them. And so with those emotions, and often from people's trauma or from our childhood experiences, which for most people, not good, you know, as great as all those Hallmark cards and all that we see, it's not really how most people are raised. It's how they wish they were, or it's how they talk about it as if that's the way it was. But for most of us, we carry along a lot of pain and hurt from our childhood, and a lot of sadness and anger, and it usually goes back to mom and dad really didn't give me what I needed. And not through any fault of theirs, because I believe that people at any given moment are doing the best that they can at that given moment. But sometimes that given moment is not meeting the child's given moment. And so there's hurt there. And it just gets stored. It doesn't go away, because emotions are energy. So it stays in our body till it's released. So when someone comes in to do Gestalt Therapy, there is talking. There's certainly we need to talk to communicate in some way. But what I'm really looking for is what are you feeling? What are you aware of? And also the way... because our emotions are in our body, we live in our body, we're energetic people, but we live in our body. And I think our body reflects who we are at that time. And so how a person is sitting, the tone in their voice, the things that they say, the things that they don't say, how they use language, the type of words that they choose, they're all information about where that person is at that time. And so I have to pay a lot of attention. Mostly I listen. I also use my eyes a lot. So I have to pay attention to that person and see where they are, because 9 times out of 10, they don't know where they are. So that's why they're here, to help, so I can help them to discover where they are. And I don't tell them what they need to do or anything like that. It's for them to uncover themselves. And so by having the awareness of your physical self, the awareness of your emotions, and certainly we'll get to the spiritual later. I mean, our spiritual self is affecting us all the time, but most people don't recognize that, they don't know that. So until you can really kind of feel like, okay, right here, right now, I feel this, and I'm doing this, then that's enough. And then in time, the spiritual will come in. So there can be a lot of crying, there can be a lot of yelling, there can be silence, there can be happiness, there can be joy. There's lots of emotions that come out, and the more that comes out, the better, because usually it's been blocked or stored up. So it's just getting out those old emotions. So now there's room for the new ones that come in as we live in the present day.